Hi again. This is the second part of my review of for Hurricane kit for Tokyo Maru 1911 pistol Tactical Entry II version. I have reassembled the gun, installed all parts in it. That's how it looks like. It looks really, it's really awesome. I've never ever had something like that in my hands before while I'm playing airsoft for quite a few years now, but it's really something unbelievable. Even though the metal kit itself, it's not a steel, it's alloy or aluminum CNC. I don't know exactly what is that. But as I have broken this bar inside, I've seen that it's alloy. But the weight is awesome. It's really solid gun in your hand. And as I'm using the steel outer barrel and the steel guide rod plug, you have some of the really weighty parts in the front part of the pistol. So yeah, it's really nice. And even though I still have the special metal parts in the grips, which comes with the I think it comes with the Tokyo Maru pistols, and it came with a Hurricane kit. There were no metallic parts, this special weights in the army, but yeah, it works. It works great now. I'm still a little bit concerned about this wear traces on the outer barrel. As you can see from this angle, it seems like the barrel bushing is a little bit tight to the outer barrel, and maybe I should polish it a little bit to make this hole bigger and to let it go better. And from this angle you also can see the black raven in barrel, that you cannot actually see it like the copper, or how it's called, brass standard in a barrel, which you can always see in an airsoft gun. Yeah, and it's really nice gun. Unfortunately, I do have some dents or scratches on it. I promise I will try to remove that with the special stuff. The sound is awesome. It's really awesome when you do that. It's like it's a good metallic sound, and I really enjoy it. And it's great. And as I do have another pistols for regular skirmishing or for the fields game, when you can lose one of your pistols, this pistol I think will not be used on the field games when you're bringing it in your holster for several hours, when you can literally drop it somewhere and just lose it in a forest. Is to lose this piece of masterpiece, piece of I don't know. It's a great thing. I still do have some problems, primarily I think because of the blowback housing. Actually, after the first video, when I started to install this part, the blowback housing, the thread on this screw is already wear off, actually for 90%, and I hope that I will manage to screw it out to install normal parts, but you can see here it's weird, and the screw itself in a very bad condition, and this screw and the blowback housing, they're from Army. And to be honest, I have disassembled and reassembled this gun for maybe 5 or 6 times. Up to date, and it's not a good quality. And if you're thinking about using Army parts, yes, you can use it, but you can use it, I would say, once or twice, because if you will do that pretty much often, you will just lose it. Still, I don't really like the sound of the hammer, because I'm using the original mainspring here, which comes with Army pistol, and it's pretty much light. Even though I have a metal steel hammer and aluminum slide, the sound, it's not really what I wanted to hear when it clicks. So I've rolled it already another springs, because the both springs, because I'm not really satisfied with how does the gun cycle. Now it cycles good enough, but there are 2 problems. First of all, the problem which I have heard from Lazush Custom Shop in a video about the mainspring housings, and Rustork also told me about that. The hammer, the Nova hammer, it blocks the whole slide by stacking on the rear part of the blowback housing, actually. And it's not a problem when you're cycling with a powerful gas, because the speed and the energy you have with that should work properly. But as I don't have a gas with me right now, first of all, because in the US, as I understood, they're using the propane gas, and I've never used that, and I don't have this small little thing to add the silicone oil in, and I just wanted to do all this stuff, because pretty soon I will go back to Russia, and we'll do that with a good green gas. But when you're doing that manually, you have this problem of slide stacking in this position. And the slower you do that, the more chances you have to make it stuck. When you do it fast, it works well. So another problem which was caused by my low experience in the airsoft smithing is actually the problem with the thumb safety. Not the scratches, but because of I've used filling too much when trying to adjust the Nova thumb safety with the Hurricane frame, and I think I did it too much, and now when the gun is not cocked, I can move the thumb safety a little bit, but this is enough to block the slide. It's not authentic, but from the other side, it's like an additional safety for the uncocked 1911 pistol, because even in a half-cocked position, you cannot, I don't know if you should have a chance to press the safety on, but now I have this kind of safety, and when I cock uh, the hammer, I have the full safety. Yeah, it's a weird thing. We will see what will happen when I will install the ambidextrous Kimber type safety on that gun. Yes, I still have this pin which is designed for the ambidextrous safety, and it's not really nice thing to have here. Yeah, it's pretty much it. I do have some problems with the metal with the slide stop, but it becomes better with the cycling. Even just with the mechanical cycling by my hands, with no gas. Maybe with the using of gas it will become better. I thought that the problem was in the army magazine, which can be as low quality as the whole pistol is, and this part which should push the pin on the slide stop simply doesn't do it work. I don't know, maybe it's it, maybe not, we will see it later. Yep, and now how it looks like now. By the way, it's empty, there are no BBs, and as you can see, the problem with the magwell, I cannot install it. The pistol should look exactly like that in the future from this side, and from that side how it looks like now. So there are three parts which I definitely should change. It's the mainspring housing to install the magwell. It's hammer, which should be two-toned, but I'm not really sure about it because I really do like the stainless steel version. And the safety, it should be ambidextrous here on this gun. And as you can see, there are two scratches on the trigger. It's my fault. I made that when I was installing the trigger bow. Unfortunately, it's again a lack of experience in doing such projects. And by the way, maybe you can advise me as if I will do these three minor changes to make this gun look exactly as it should be. I will have the checkered mainspring housing without the lanyard loop. I will have the one-sided Kimber style thumb safety and the silver Kimber type hammer. Maybe there is a project that I can do. I thought about maybe it can be Kimber TLE, but as Lezush Custom Shop said in his video, there is a metal slide from Shooter's Design, I think, but it has no custom TLE sign on that side. It's kind of blank, and there is another problem, which frame to use on it. Of course, I can use the basic Tokumarui frame, but it will be written some bullshit about the US Army and blah blah blah. I don't really like it, and I really like to have metal guns because I really like it, and I don't really care which gun to use on an airsoft field, because at least in Russia we barely use the sidearm really in any engagements you have, because the vast majority of airsoft games, they are in the fields or in the forests, and you don't really need the secondary weapon. And I do have the Beretta, and I do have even a revolver and I think I had a 6-hour P226 from Tokyo Marui. So with the Colt, with the 1911 versions, I would like to stay with the metal kits, and so if you can advise me with something, what can I build on a Kimber base, because I have the Kimber style hammer and a Kimber style grip, Kimber style thumb safety, with the mainspring housing without the lanyard loop. It will be nice. But what I found actually with this appearance of this gun is that I never use my gun with the left hand, or even if I do that, I don't use the safety really, because the only chance I have to use it with the left gun is if I have an engagement in a CQB situation and I need to shoot it from the corner, you know, and I don't really need the ambidextrous safety for that. But if I'm going to build a real replica, I should have one. And the same thing is with the magwell. By installing the magwell, you should kinda help yourself to install the magazines, but they should be of this MEU style. And by the way, the other thing, I should change this bottom side. There should be written Wilson Combat. They do sell it, and I will definitely buy them. But what I have recalled, that as I have Tokyo Marui 1911, and I have plenty of, I think, 4 or 5 additional magazines for that. They all are 1911 A1 style without this plastic thing. So maybe it's even better for me for the first time to have the mainspring housing like that, because I'll be able to use my spare magazines from the 1911 with no problems at all. So maybe it's not too bad. I'm still thinking about the blowback housing, because this one is crap, and I don't know if I should install the featherweight, I think it's called, the sport version. They produce it. The 9-boat do that. I think airsoft surgeon do that. The 5KU, and the same with the valve here, and the valve on the magazines. But we'll see. But right now, it's already really cool looking pistol with a really nice sound. Not too good click when you fires it, but I will try to adjust it with another mainspring. But that's great. So thank you very much indeed. I hope you enjoyed it. It's a Kimber Tactical Entry II custom kit based on the Tokyo Marui or Army airsoft gun. Bye for now.